Are LLC members personally liable for business debts? Have you ever wondered if being part of a limited liability company, or LLC, means you are safe from personal liability for business debts? This is a common question for many business owners. Generally, members of an LLC are not personally liable for the debts and obligations of the company. This is because an LLC is recognized as a separate legal entity. This separation provides a protective barrier that keeps members' personal assets safe from business creditors. Creditors usually can only go after the assets owned by the LLC itself. However, there are some important exceptions to this rule. One major exception is when a member personally guarantees a business debt. If a member agrees to be personally responsible for a debt, they can be held liable. In this case, creditors can pursue the member's personal assets if the LLC cannot pay its debts. Another situation arises when members use personal credit to fund the business. If a member uses their personal credit cards or takes out personal loans for business purposes, those debts remains their personal responsibility. This means they are personally liable for those amounts, regardless of the LLC's status. Certain tax obligations also create personal liability for members. For instance, laws may requiring members to be personally responsible for unpaid employment taxes, payroll taxes, or sales taxes incurred by the LLC. Additionally, if members fail to maintain a clear separation between their personal and business finances, they risk losing that protective barrier. Courts may decide to pierce the corporate veil, which means they could hold members personally liable for the LLC's debts. This often happens if members do not follow required formalities or mix their personal and business finances. Fraud or misconduct can also lead to personal liability. If a member engages in fraudulent activities or uses the LLC to hide assets, courts can hold them personally accountable. When it comes to bankruptcy, if an LLC files for bankruptcy, only the LLC's assets are typically used to pay creditors. However, if members are personally liable under any of the exceptions mentioned, they may face personal bankruptcy to deal with those debts. In summary, while LLCs provide a strong layer of protection against personal liability for business debts, there are specific circumstances where members can still be held personally responsible. It is essential for members to manage their business operations and financial arrangements carefully to maintain this protection.